Hagel gets 5 for interference and Barkov leaves the game. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Dr. Stephen Wilson, and here on this channel, we analyze the science of sports injury. So if that's the type of content that interests you, then please consider liking and subscribing to this channel. It's Thursday night, Panthers and the Lightning from Tampa. We're watching Sasha Barkov go into the corner here for the Panthers. He's number 16. He's going to be met hard by number 38 for the Lightning here. Brandon Hagel and the check. We can see on the receiving end here, Barkov not expecting it, and he goes down onto the ice here. He was injured and he did leave the game. We'll take a look at a couple other views here. Again, in the corner, number 38 for the Lightning and number 16 here for the Panthers. There's the impact, and Barkov, he's fully suspended in the air here. He loses control of his stick, and Barkov goes down quite hard. There is, if we notice here on the play though, Barkov does not actually end up hitting his head on the ice. His left elbow strikes first, and then his torso, but luckily for Barkov, his head does not actually strike the ice on this play. And this view here, this is probably our best view that we can see of the play. So Barkov, number 16, he's tracking the puck going around the boards here, and Hagel of the Lightning does make contact with him. So that contact comes in from Hagel's right shoulder, making impact here to the upper shoulder, maybe around the collarbone or the clavicle area, perhaps even the lower chin area here of Barkov. And Barkov not expecting that hit. Hagel did get a 5-minute major for interference. The impact, and Barkov goes down. His helmet is actually dislodged a little bit as his cervical spine and his neck tilt backwards forcefully in almost like a whiplash sort of fashion here. His neck going backwards into a position that we would call extension for his neck, and that's going to place a lot of stress on the delicate little joints, the facet joints, or technically it's called the zygapophyseal joints, on the back of his neck, causing a cervical spine strain here on the play. Barkov does go down, and he is down for a while. It does take a while for him to get to his knees and then to skate off of the ice. Obviously, in this situation, with the high body check, the concern here for Barkov, in addition to a cervical spine strain, is obviously a concussion. And the mechanism for that is when Barkov is skating and makes contact with Hagel's right shoulder. It's that sudden deceleration of movement here by Barkov. You know, his brain inside of his head here is still traveling from the right side of the screen to the left side of the screen, and it's that sudden deceleration of his head and neck, but his brain inside his head is still moving and still traveling at that same speed, and then his brain would make impact. It'll contact the inside of the skull bones as his skull decelerates and his brain is still traveling from right to left. It's that impact inside of his skull bones. That's what would cause the concern for a concussion here. Alexander Barkov will be evaluated for a concussion after the game. It is worth noting he did not return to the game, although there was just over 4 minutes left in the game. We're going to take a look at the anatomy screen so we can further appreciate exactly what did happen on this play. So when we look on the screen here, we can see the anatomical model. This is the skeleton. We're looking from the skeleton's left side. So this is a lateral view from the left. And we saw Hagel's right shoulder drive into the upper shoulder, the collarbone, the lower chin area of Barkov, more so here. Hagel's shoulder comes in from this direction, forcing the extension of Barkov's neck, forcing his head backwards in this direction. That's going to cause a strain to the cervical spine area here of Alexander Barkov, and then the concern would be a concussion where the inside of his brain is still traveling again from that right side to the left side of the screen that we saw, and then the sudden stopping, the sudden deceleration of Barkov's head, causing potentially a bumping of his brain into the inside of the skull bone, hence causing the concussion. He will be evaluated by medical staff in the locker room, and we wait to hear to see if Barkov will be available for the next game against the Lightning. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate your time. Please be well.